Volume 1 of Stranger Things was a wild trip from beginning to end. Following the revelation in Episode 7 that Vecna's true identity had been concealed all along, we cannot wait to find out what comes next. Now that we know that new episodes will not be released until July 1st, we have to keep our minds busy till then. In this video, we'll be talking about Vecna's revenge indicated in the teaser trailer, so keep watching. First up, Vecna's revenge. Now that we are aware of the challenges that the gang will need to overcome, let us see how the 4th season of Stranger Things will come to a close. This year's Geeked Week was focused solely on Netflix's flagship series, and attendees got a sneak peek at the last 2 episodes of the 4th season, which were packaged together as Volume 2. One of these is Henry Creel, also known as Vecna, who was identified by Dr. Martin Brenner, played by Matthew Modine, in the first volume of the series as the new danger to Hawkins posed by the Upside Down following the events of the first movie. 11. Millie Bobby Brown eventually found out that she had met one in the past, but she had forgotten about it. He became the demon creature known as Vecna after she inadvertently opened a passage to the Upside Down, and then kept him away from it for decades. On the show, Jamie Campbell Bower plays both 1 and Vecna, 2 quite different characters. It would appear that 11 and 1, Vecna, will square off against one another once more in Volume 2. 11, he says, "It is over. You have freed me, and I am very grateful for your assistance. There is no going back at this point." Episodes 408 and 409, which are scheduled to debut on Netflix on July 1st, each clock in at a length of 1 hour and 25 minutes and 2 hours and 19 minutes, respectively. Now that we're done with that, it's time we talk about all the burning questions that fans have after watching Volume 1. Stay tuned for this. Does the conclusion of Volume 1 reveal that Max is still under a curse? In the 4th episode, Vecna comes dangerously close to killing Max, but her friends save her by playing Running Up That Hill, A Deal with God by Kate Bush, which was Max's all-time favorite song when she was a child. Following the assault that Vecna carried out, Max keeps playing the song over and over again, in the vain expectation that she will be saved. In any case, we have not yet read the rest of her farewell letters to her friends, so there is no reason not to keep them till after she has passed away. That is the very last thing that any of us want to hear, but with the internet, you just never know. Next, in the 2nd volume, how will Hopper, Joyce, and Murray get back home? Joyce and Hopper are finally reunited by the time the 1st volume of Stranger Things comes to an end, but they still need to figure out a way to escape the Russian prison with Murray and Dimitri, also known as Enzo, without being killed by the Demogorgon. Murray and Dimitri are the only ones who can help them. Last but not least, transportation is required to get as far away from the jail as is physically possible. Given that the aircraft on which they arrived has been destroyed, it is difficult to imagine how they would make it out of this area alive. Of course, we know that they're going to find a way, but we just don't know how. Alas, this is one of the many things that we cannot reason out any answer for. We have to wait for Volume 2 to find out. Will Mike, Will, and Jonathan make it to 11 before the show ends? Even though Dustin's girlfriend Susie has assisted Mike, Will, and Jonathan in narrowing down 11's exact location, they are not the only ones on the hunt for her. Other people are looking for her as well. Agent Wallace is subjected to torture at the hands of Lieutenant Colonel Sullivan, who is attempting to discover 11's hiding place. In the beginning, Wallace is resistant to disclosing any information. However, when he can no longer stand the agony, he finally admits to Sullivan where 11 is hiding, but he begs him not to hurt her. But his pleas are not good enough. Even though Wallace does not want 11 to be hurt, he had to confess, and I don't blame him. I mean, when was the last time you were tortured? Never, I guess. Since Sullivan is also heading in the direction of the Nina Project, the competition to see who can reach 11 first has turned into a race against time. The only difference between both parties looking for 11 is that one of them actually has 11's true location. Who do you think makes it there first? I'd like to hear what you think in the comments section below. So, will Nancy choose to follow Steve or Jonathan? Although it's obvious that Nancy and Jonathan's relationship has suffered as a result of the distance between them, both of them refuse to address the problem. Nancy is under the impression that she and Jonathan will be in good shape once they are reunited and start college together. However, she is unaware that Jonathan will not be attending the university that she has selected for him to attend. Although Robin and Eddie suggest at one point in season 4 that Nancy and Steve might still have affection for each other, the current season seems to be implying that the two of them will be breaking up soon. What kind of future does she have? To tell you the truth, anything might happen because when it comes to matters of love and TV shows, you can't really guess what's going to happen. One thing we can all agree about is that no matter who she chooses, she'll be hated for it by some fans, while other fans will be happy with the decision. And now, why does the Upside Upside Down remain in 1983. For the group to protect themselves from the demo bats and Vecna that they will encounter while they're in the Upside Down, Nancy suggests that they go to her house and take pistols from her room. Because the Upside Down appears to be frozen in time on November 6, 1983, the day Will vanished at the beginning of the first season. There are no guns there because at that point in history, guns had not yet been invented. During an interview on June 2nd, the Duffer Brothers gave an interview to Variety in which they stated that when the series returns on July 1st, we will learn more about the reason why the Upside Down is frozen in time. I don't know about you, but many viewers, including myself, found it a bit strange, but since the brothers have promised that it will be explained, we don't need to talk too much about it. So, is there a chance that Will has a thing for Mike? The most recent season of Stranger Things has only served to raise additional questions about Will's sexuality. This is because the show seems to be implying that Will has a crush on Mike, who at the moment is dating Eleven. As a consequence of this, a lot of people who have read the novel are curious about whether or not Will will show up in the second book. According to Noah Schnapp, who plays Will on the program, Will's sexuality will be left up to the audience's interpretation. This was revealed by the actor. On the other hand, both David Hopper, and Finn Wolfhard, Mike, have hinted that in the future we will undoubtedly find out more information about Will's secret obsession. As a viewer, you should already be aware of the fact that Will does not have romantic feelings for Elle. One of the other members of the group is the object of his affections, Harbour disclosed in a commercial film for Netflix dated May 23rd. Wolfhard assured him, "Yeah, you'll see," and he was correct in his prediction. Finally, will Eleven fight Vecna in Season 4, Volume 2? In Episode 5, Eleven is shown to have regained some of her powers. However, it is in Episode 7 that it seems as though all of her abilities have been fully reinstated. This occurs when she finally retrieves her memories of Henry Creel. In the trailer for the 4th season, it is hinted that she will utilize her skills to set off a bomb at the entrance to the bunker that leads to the Nina Project. However, we have not yet seen her return to active duty as of yet. We may get to see Eleven take on Vecna when he has located her and brought her back to Hawkins. If you ask me, the conclusion of Stranger Things would not be satisfying unless Eleven faced off against the most dangerous foe of the season. I believe that Volume 2 will feature this much anticipated battle between 1 and 11, unless the producers intend to extend the show into another season. Vecna is pretty strong, but I don't think it's even possible that the MC of the show doesn't win the fight against the villain. Well guys, we've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so that you don't miss out when we post videos.